Hello everyone. Today I'm going to read you one of my favorite stories ever. It's called The Better Tree Fort. And it's written by Jessica Scott Karen and pictures are by Kin Lang. And it's such a good story. So I'm not going to hold it while I read it, and I'll show you the pictures after I read the words. So the story is called The Better Tree Fort. I wonder what it's about. All right. Russell's new house was better than his last one because of the giant maple tree in the backyard. It had great limbs and a trunk so wide even Russell's dad could not wrap his arms around it. There's the big tree. Looks like a big sturdy tree in his new house, in his new yard. Russell said to his dad, "Let's build a tree fort." Russell's dad said, I don't know much about building. He looked up, or tree forts, he added. Now that would be a big job. Russell said, "I'll draw you a plan." What's this?" Russell's dad asked. "A balcony to watch from." "And this?" "A slide for quick escape." "And this?" "A skylight to see the stars." "And this?" "A basket to haul up your sleeping bags and binoculars, and my big book of birds." Let's go to the lumber store," Russell's dad said. That's where you can go buy wood, the lumber store. And here we have lots of his ideas. The tower. We have, what's this one? Oh, it looks like a skylight. And this is a slide and a bucket. Lots of things in his treehouse, or on his treehouse, to make it more fun. They roamed up and down the aisles. Russell's dad looked lost until a man in an apron came to help. Russell showed him the plan. The man in the apron sold them tools and lumber, and when they got home, they spread everything out in the backyard like an enormous puzzle. And there they are at the lumber store, not knowing what they needed. And there they are in their backyard, trying to sort out everything. Russell nailed his plan to the fence near the maple tree. Russell's dad took a long time to get started. He measured things over and over again, and there were 4 more trips to the lumber store. But slowly the tree fort started to take shape. First the floor, then the walls with the cutout. The roof was particularly tricky. When his dad was done, Russell painted the trapdoor robin egg blue. "It's perfect," Russell said, breathing in the sweet smell of fresh cut wood. "But there's no skylight or balcony," Russell's dad admitted. "Or escape slide," he added. "It's perfect," Russell repeated. Some of the things in his plan didn't quite work out. They were just a little too tricky. They ate peanut butter and jam sandwiches for dinner in the tree fort and slept up top in their sleeping bags as the night sky filled with glittering stars. They even thought they might have heard an owl. The next morning, as Russell was spotting birds from his tree fort, he heard a hammer and a table saw. A construction crew in hard hats was building something in the backyard 3 houses over. Russell watched all day from his tree fort. What were they building? He gasped. Can you see what they're building? And there he is. And then there's 3 houses over. They were building a tree fort. Only this tree fort was bigger and straighter, and it had a slide for quick escapes and turrets like a castle. It even had real working lights. The construction crew tested them. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Look at that. Pretty fancy. And a construction crew is building it. When the tree fort was done, a boy the same size as Russell came into the backyard. He nodded at the foreman and then climbed up into the tree fort. The construction crew packed their tools into a van and drove off. Russell scrambled down his rope ladder and over to the backyard 3 houses away. He stood at the bottom of the better tree fort. It was so large it blocked the sun. "Hello," Russell called. The boy, Russell sized, stepped onto the balcony and peered down at him. Russell said, "I'm Russell," and he pointed over his shoulder. "That's my tree fort." "I'm Warren," the little boy said. "Come on up." Russell climbed the spiral stairs and looked around, astonished. There was a radio plugged into an electrical socket. There was a rug on the floor and shelves filled with dishes. There were bunk beds with pillows. There was even a skylight. Warren turned down the music. Would you like something to drink?" he asked. "I have apple juice." Russell said, "Yes, please." He added, "You have a very nice tree fort." Warren said, "Yeah, my dad ordered the plans." Russell finished his juice. He had been taught to rinse his dishes when he was done. And because this tree fort had everything, Russell asked, "Hey, where's your kitchen sink?" "A kitchen sink? With running water? Up here?" Warren scoffed. "Pfft." Russell shrugged and he said, "Well, I'm sure that somewhere there's a tree fort with a kitchen sink." "You're right," Warren said with a frown. "There probably is." Warren nodded, but he was still thinking about the better tree fort. "Oh," Russell asked, "do you want to see my tree fort sometime?" And Warren nodded, but he was still thinking about that better tree house with a kitchen sink. When Russell got home, his dad was cutting the lawn. He waved as Russell climbed up his rope ladder. When Russell reached the top, he waved back from his trap door and he watched his dad mow. When his dad was done gardening, he joined Russell up top. They looked out the window at the tree fort 3 houses over. That big castle. Oh, I didn't show you the picture. Whoops. Russell's dad said, "Well, there's always going to be a better tree fort." And Russell smiled and then said, "But not a better dad." Such an amazing story. So what's more important? Having those experiences with somebody you love and sharing those memories together? for having a better, bigger treehouse that's just ordered and built by someone else? Interesting. Okay, the activity to go along with this book today is on a piece of paper or in your journal. You can draw plans to your dream treehouse and think about things like, is it going to have a kitchen sink? Probably not. So, well, you could design it, and don't forget to put labels, and yeah, put whatever you actually want. So design the best treehouse you can imagine in your imagination. Okay, thanks for watching and listening, guys.